Hi, everyone. This is the first episode in a year long series where I will be running my own investment account using only technical analysis with the goal of outcompeting a fund benchmark I am comparing my percent return to, valued at about 2.7 mil. In terms of some basic rules I would like to set just to make clear, I will only be using technical analysis for my thesis for buying any company in this account. If I already know something about a company, that's fine, but I'm not going to be digging into the financials to back any of my reasoning. Along with this, I will only be going long. That means no selling shares, no leverage, nothing like that, just buying shares. Aside from this, I will be aiming for companies mainly in the Russell 1000. If a few smaller companies are outside of it, I am going to make an exception, but for the most part, I'm expecting 90% of these companies I am holding to be a part of the Russell 1000. I am aiming for probably a 20 to 40 stock portfolio versus about an 80 stock portfolio. And I did start this account 2 weeks ago on February 13th. So I just wanted to highlight that because this is not the first day I have placed any trades. Next, I'm just going to be diving a bit deeper into the account. We're currently valued at 2.721 million. So we are up to about 22,000 on the overall account in the past 2 weeks. In terms of what this yields to as a percent, that's about 0.82% in the past 2 weeks, and the S&P 500 is down about 0.5. So that's great. The S&P 500 is not my benchmark, but still a good comparison. Next, I'm just going to be diving through all of these companies. In this video, I'm just going to explain the current positions I have and the reason for taking them. And I'm going to begin with Netflix, and we have an average of about $78. So, if we take a look at Netflix, I believe I already have most of these graphed out. Yeah, I do. So in terms of the 12-month time frame, we did end up forming a yearly bullish fair value gap. I was expecting us to go lower, to be honest, to about $70. Now I don't think we will. But that is currently the 12-month time frame. Just going to make sure these are all turned off. Next, on the 6-month time frame, we do have wickless candles up here, which is a bit scary. I mean, like scary if you were shorting. Good for us. We did tap into this 6-month bullish fair value gap and the EMA cloud. So this is a great rejection so far. We want to see this 6-month candle close above this line, and then I'm expecting by the end of 2026 we will make a new all-time high on Netflix. Going down to the 3-month time frame, very similar setup. We have a sweep of the slow, 3-month fair value gap, and we were discounted below the 0.5 of this range. That is where I was previously adding to our position. Below point or below $84, I was dollar cost averaging in, and that's pretty much the strategy I've been going with all these companies, where I've just been averaging in and discount. This has been working decently. There is just a small issue where a lot of the time where I am right about the company, I don't have enough time to fully allocate funds into the position. What I mean by that is currently the market value of my portfolio is $650,000. So we still have about 2 mil to work with in terms of buying power. I'm not planning on accumulating all of that at this moment, and I just want to save capital to dollar cost average in, which I feel like is the smarter move. Overall, it does result in me missing a lot of gains. But that's pretty much Netflix. We don't need to go much lower. We did see a key sweep of this level, which I actually planned on. But overall, I think this is a great company. I am expecting all-time highs. It is possible we do something like this, but it doesn't need to happen. Overall, 3 month looks really good, and I'm definitely bullish on this asset. And currently on Netflix, we're up 23%. But next, we're going to be going to Dell. This is a good example of a company I was very confident in, but because of averaging in, I was not able to get my full position in there. So this is a much smaller position with a market value of about 17,000. Next, when we look at Dell, just a great chart. 3 month isn't as helpful. The monthly is the real chart here. So as you see, we had this initial run, which I can do in the 3 month. We had a low, high, lower low, and we're targeting this high up here. Great reaction. We weren't able to take this high. We needed to retrace just to refuel. And we did get a discount into the 0.5 or discount area of this price range. I was expecting a bit lower into this fair value gap at about, I think it's $106.40. So we did not get that, unfortunately. So currently I'm expecting price. I think we will go to 170 and then 180. Hopefully we close something like this. Get a little retracement in here where I can add more. And then we can target these highs. But right now, in an interesting position where I can't really add more to this position. So I'm just trying to enjoy the gains even though they are a bit smaller. Next position is Palantir. This is another example of a company I was confident in, could not get my full add in, which sucks. It's a bit messy of a chart. The 3 month time frame is great. So when I saw this candle closing like this, back in about like November, December, I knew we were going to close like this. I was very confident price was going to take out this 128 low. A lot of people were longing, I was waiting. I had my limit order set at 128.45. We wicked in, boom, that was my entry. So we have the 3 month time frame and CRT completion here. When we look at the monthly, we do have discount, and I've been adding below 136.82. Fortunately, we are above that now, so I do not plan on adding more to this position unless we retrace lower. I did originally think it was possible to go lower to about 106. I'm still not totally sure, and anything can happen. But right now, I'm just waiting out to see what happens. Next, we have a position I actually added today. This is SoFi. I had this one on my Twitter, actually. Let's see, I believe... Let me check this out. Yes. This chart is beautiful. And I think I caught the bottom to the exact day. So, 6 months ago, started seeing this retracement, about 3 months. Very same thing as Palantir. Back in November, I'm seeing this candle's closing like this after getting this sweep. I'm like, okay, we're going to this candle's low, which is at 17.35. So I've been waiting for a few months, had my limit order set. That was the 3 month time frame. In terms of the monthly time frame, generally one of the most beautiful charts I've ever seen. Discount retracement into the 0.618 monthly fair value gaps. I'm expecting price to go here. Oops, did not mean to do that. 32, and ultimately I think we see $50. I don't know if that'll be during 2027. I mean 2026, it might be during 2027. But ultimately I'm very bullish on this, and I just started the position today. We're in about 26k for market value, 1.4k shares, up 8% on the day. Great ad. I think I timed the exact bottom, been waiting for a while. Next we have Rocket Lab. In terms of Rocket Lab, this is another interesting setup. Higher time frames not supporting much. Monthly is what's supporting it. We have a sweep, discount retracement into a 3 month bullish fair value, or 1 month bullish fair value gap. I am expecting price to continue higher. I do think Rocket Lab and AST have another run for their highs, so I would not be surprised if we go to $100. That's currently what I'm targeting, and I have been adding into this company. Let's see, we have market value about 32k, 5% of my total stocks invested. So great buy. Pretty much just this time frame supporting it. Weekly you can go lower. This one looks really good as well. Sweep, discount retracement. It is possible we see one more leg lower, I think, than highs, but it's not needed. And if it does, I'll just continue to add in. Our next position is CrowdStrike. This one is very interesting. This is more of like... This TA is a lot more complicated and less straightforward. It's difficult to explain. But on the 6 month time frame, we had this retracement here, order block formed, and I got my entry on the order block, and I was adding a bit lower. And this price, I'm not confident on this being the bottom. I do think we could go lower to wick below $300. This TA is it's a little less in depth. This is more of an intuition play. I do think ultimately CrowdStrike will go back to like 450, 600. I don't know if this is the bottom. That's why I'm continuing to average into this position. Next, we have a new play. I added this last week. Salesforce. So if we look at not the 12-month, 3-month time frame, this is the chart that's carrying it. And this is a very interesting stock. So we have a discount retracement into a 3-month fair value gap below the 618. And this is pretty much what I see. We're either going to hold this, continue to all-time highs, probably over 2027, or if we fail this, we're going here quick. Like, we're seeing 110 very quick. I don't think that's going to happen. I personally think this might be the low. That's why I've been adding to this position. In terms of the monthly time frame, similar setup, but all you really need to see here is the 3-month. I don't feel like breaking down the other time frames because they're a bit more complicated, and I'm just trying to keep things more simplistic for this video. But overall, this is a great buying opportunity. Would not be surprised if we can get a strong push. We did just open up a new month, though. So, this candle doesn't totally support expansion. We might see lower to 170 one more time. We'll just have to wait and see. Next, we have Robinhood. This is more of a... I'm happy I'm averaging into this one. This one could take a while. Not yearly. 6-month bullish fair value gap here. Discounted by the 0.5. I've been adding below 0.5. I only add in discount. Only add in discount. 3-month bullish fair value gap. So currently, Hood does have all this area to room, like to base. It could go as low as $30 on the 6-month time frame. On the 3-month, we need to hold this fair value gap, and we have 1 month left. I am not expecting Hood to ever close below $68. I think we're very close to the bottom here, because if we do close below 68, it's going to be bad. We're going to like 30. And I personally don't think that's happening. I know the CEO or some board member has been selling a lot of their shares, which does scare me a bit. It's not really a technical aspect, so I'm not going to let it influence my decision. But in terms of the time frames, like all you really need is a 3-month here. I genuinely think we're very close to the bottom. This is technically a breaker. But I would assume this is very close to the bottom. I'll continue to add to this position. About 5% of my invested capital. Next we have Net. I added this one today as well. Great buying opportunity. 12-month, 6-month. This is the chart. This is a bit messy. Here, let me try and get rid of some of this. What time frame is this? 3-month. Okay, hold on. Monthly. Okay, perfect. So now we're looking at the 6-month. We have a bullish fair value gap, but we are not discounted in the range. So why am I taking this trade? The higher time frames, the thing is, it doesn't always need to be discounted. What I mean by that is if the 6-month does not get discounted, sometimes that's okay, because these candles are so difficult to like fully grasp the low. Because a lot of time we do something like this, and then push higher, but you can't really tell because they're just such high time frame candles, and then here we are discounted. So the 6-month, we do have this bullish fair value gap, and we have the bullish breaker right here. So I'm expecting us to base in here. Let's go on the monthly time frame. This is what I was talking about with it consolidating on lower time frames, and the higher time frames don't show this. Ready? Low, high, discount retracement, low, high, discount retracement, low, high, discount retracement, run for highs, low, high, discount retracement, run for highs. So now this is our protected low. Where are we? We were in discount, and we have this bullish breaker, and we do have this 1-month bullish fair value gap. We did tap this, and I entered today, and I'm up about 5% on this position. Called the bottom to the day so far. But overall, I think this chart looks fucking beautiful. I'm expecting 260 again. Could definitely see us eventually going higher to like 350. Not sure if we'll see that in 2026, as this challenge is only 1 year long. If I choose to continue it, you guys will know. But I'm expecting 260 in the long term. For this year, I'm expecting 220 minimum. I think we take this high during this year. But yeah, that's net 5.3% on the day. Next, we have Rob. We already explained Robinhood. These percents are moving around a little bit in after hours. We have Amazon. There's a lot going into this trade. I'm just going to stick to one time frame just like to avoid confusion. Monthly time frame. This is rinse and repeat. Low, high, retracement. 0.5618. We're in this range. This should be white just for color coding. We have this 1 month bullish fair value gap. We tapped in. I've been adding in discount ever since, and I will continue to add to Amazon as long as below the 0.5. I personally think we definitely go for these highs, and we definitely go back to all-time highs. I'm not sure 100% if it will happen this year, but I am very bullish on this company. If we want to fail this, it's going to be bad because Amazon's going back to 150. If that does happen, that is going to be a generational buying opportunity that I would honestly pray for people. You could add down here at 160, 150. That'd be beautiful. I don't personally think that is the most probable. I think we are bottoming here, and I think we will continue to go towards all-time highs. This is my biggest position, I believe, at about 9% of my account, and I'll continue to add to this one a bit more heavily. But next we have Celsius. This is a very interesting company. So, as you can see, I've been following this company for a bit, and on my Twitter you can see I have TA going back about a month. In terms of the 3-month time frame, we do have this bullish fair value gap, so it would make sense to go internal to external, and I am expecting $67, $68, that range. In terms of the monthly, we had a discount retracement, low, high retracement into this monthly bullish fair value gap. And since then, we have been pushing higher. We are currently sitting in this bearish fair value gap though, which is a bit scary. I wanted a candle closure above, and I thought we were going to get it, but we did not get it last month. This next month opened lower, so this does suggest to me this will be a bullish month, fitting the open, low, high, close profile of bullish candles. So overall, I am bullish on this month. In terms of the weekly time frame, this is where we get a bit more confusing. We did have an internal low-high retracement, discount retracement into the 0.5618 area into this weekly bullish fair value gap. We saw a very strong reaction and completed my model towards $58. I was expecting this price, especially given the monthly profile, and we did take it. I was not expecting this bad of a sell-off. I was expecting a push-up, close, retracement, and higher. We did not get that, unfortunately, and that is what is scaring me. I'm hoping price does not want to do something like this, because that is going to take a long period of time. But overall, on the daily time frame, I don't have them enabled right now, but we are currently sitting at the 200 EMA and the weekly 9 and 21 EMA. So I am expecting if we are going to reject, it is going to be here. Especially because this fib retracement as well, we're right at the 618. I personally think we bottom here. This is the daily time frame. I wouldn't be surprised we have another red candle. Then we have some type of doji close. Thursday and Friday hopefully close somewhat bullish, maybe around 50 to 52, and that is going to be the low of the month and the low of this current week. That is what I could see happening. That's what I hope happening. In terms of the daily, it's a bit more scattered, and I'm hoping we don't want to fill this gap. If we do, that's going to be very bad. But yeah, same thing, discount retracement. I do think we're very close to the low, and I think we will get another rotation up higher. This time to I'm expecting about $70, 66 to $70, but that is Celsius. Definitely great company. Bit heavier of a position. I'll continue to add around 2%. Next we have Dash. This is interesting. So in terms of this is the only time frame we need. On the yearly time frame, we have a discounted bullish fair value gap. I had limit orders set for the top of this fair value gap at 155.40, and we got filled in after hours. The issue with this is we got filled right in my entry, saw an amazing reaction, 22%. But in terms of regular trading hours, it did not fill me. It did not enter this fair value gap. So I am not convinced the low's in yet. I do think we might go lower towards 155 again. That's why this position is so small, because I'm scared to add to it. Because I feel like I'm going to add to it and it's just going to go lower like I'm expecting. Next, we have another position I added this morning. Yearly time frame doesn't show much. 6th month, this is what I'm liking. Bullish fair value gap. Discounted. Looking beautiful. 3 month. Same thing, except we still have a fair value gap, and this is more of a sweep of a previous low. Monthly time frame, same thing. Those are pretty much the only time frames you need. I'm just going to continue to add below 65, and I'm expecting price to realistically expecting at least $70. Then I'll continue to reevaluate the position, but I think 70 is where we're going next. Next we have Meta. This is another one of my larger positions. In terms of Meta, three-month, not much. Monthly time frame is all we need. We have this discount retracement into a monthly bullish fair value gap. This has been struggling. I was expecting a quicker push to these highs, but overall, I'm expecting price to go to 1,000. I don't know if that'll happen this year. It might happen next year, but that's my overall target for Meta. I don't think we see 500 again. It is possible we do something like this. That is possible. But overall, I'm just going to continue to add to this position when I can, preferably in discount. This one I have been fudging a little bit, and I've been adding a little bit above discount, just because of how confident I am in this setup in the company. But I'm preferably going to continue to add in discount if it ever gets there again. Right now, we're currently a little bit above. We did tap in today, and I added a bunch of shares. Next, we have Reddit. This is one I also added today. Let's check the higher time frames. 12 month, nothing. 6 month, nothing. 3 month. We do have this 3 month bullish fair value gap discounted. I want this 3 month candle, so we have one more month. I need it to close inside or above this fair value gap, meaning I need this next month to close above 155. In terms of the monthly time frame, same thing. Discount retracement, bullish fair value gap. This bearish candle does make me think we might want to take this candle's low before we go higher. We don't need to, just a possibility. But overall, I am bullish on this company. I think we at least see about $200 again, and then could see higher towards 300. But I'm just going to continue to add in discount like I've been doing for every single company. Add in discount, sell in premium. Next, we have Baba. This one, I think all we need is a 3 month time frame. Yeah, 3 month time frame, quarterly imbalance. Tapped into it today. I started the position. I'm expecting us to go see 200 again. I don't know if we'll go see these all-time highs, but 200 is where I'm aiming. Monthly time frame. We have a discount retracement into a bullish breaker. 1 month bullish fair value gap, discounted, liquidity sweep, target 180, 200. I generally think these will hold. If it doesn't, we're seeing lower to like $90, and I personally don't think that's going to happen. I'm very confident we'll go see 190 again. Next, we have Target. Earnings tomorrow, a little bit scary. This is more of a value play. Long term, we are discounted like no other company. Company got absolutely destroyed. 6-month time frame, same thing, discount. 3-month, got this key liquidity sweep. This chart is a bit messy, I'm sorry. Sweep, expecting this to be the low. We do have this monthly bearish fair value gap right here, which does scare me a little bit. But overall, based off this previous month's close, I am bullish. I do think we see higher, and we do have earnings Tuesday. If they beat, I would not be surprised if we get a run to 145. That's where I see us going next. Weekly time frame, we did. This is messy. Tapped into this weekly bullish fair value gap. That's when I began my position, and I'm continuing adding. Definitely think we see 120 again, but this will come down to earnings. If they miss, I think we see $100 again, and then I'll just continue to add down here. I would love to add targeting about $100, 97. If that does, that'll be a great buying opportunity. Next, AMD. See this 3-month time frame. Not a ton on the 3 months. This is more of a monthly time frame setup. We do have this bullish breaker, which I'm just going to delete for a second. Bullish monthly fair value gap, liquidity sweep, looks beautiful. I definitely think this one sees an all-time high again. We did get a sweep of this low today, which is actually no, we didn't. On the daily, we did, yeah. Great reaction. But yeah, I do think we see all-time highs. This is not discounted, but I do think the setup looks amazing. If this does want to push lower, we will see 150. We'll sweep this, become discounted, and I believe we will see much higher. But overall, I am expecting price to return all-time highs. Next, we're going to be diving deeper into Microsoft, which we're currently flat on with an average of 396. In terms of this, we are deeply discounted in this bullish gap below the 618 and the 0.5. I'm expecting price to continue higher. If we don't overall, we will see about 340 and 306. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm confident we're closer to the bottom here. I'm just going to continue to add and discount like I've been doing, and this is definitely one of my heavier positions. Next, we have NEO. I added this position today. This is interesting. 3-month time frame, or 12-month time frame. We had last year, giving us that reversal signal, expecting price to continue potentially to $9, at least to $6.30. 6-month, pretty bland. 3-month, we have this quarterly imbalance discounted in the range. 1 month, very similar thing. Missed this fair value gap, unfortunately, but I'm expecting price to at least continue to 580. This might be more of a short-term play. I do have to see. It's a cheaper stock. I don't really like it, and don't believe it's included in the Russell 1000. So this one's definitely pushing it a bit. Overall, does look like a great setup. Next, we have Snow. This is this company is going to be hit or miss, and this is probably going to affect how I perform on the year. All we have is the monthly time frame. We are discounted. Weekly support, breaker, fair value gap, below the 618. I'm going to continue to add in discount because I'm confident in this company. I think it was oversold with the software as a service crash. Definitely very confident, but if we don't hold this, this is going to be brutal. We're going to be going back to $100. And I don't really see that happening for this company. Overall, on this company, like years to come, I am bullish. We see like $430 again, all-time highs, probably 500. But right now, I'm just going to continue to add in discount a little bit of my heavier positions, and I do think over the next year we will see 230, maybe 280 again, but we'll just have to wait and see. Last we have is Lemonade. This position I'm not as heavy in. This position is discounted in terms of the monthly time frame and 3-month, but the issue is there's not much support I see here. So I have a limit order set for $47. I do think we will sweep that, and that might be the low to go back towards $100. And ultimately, I was confident this company does see all-time highs again, but we'll have to see. If we don't hold here, my entire thesis will be wrong, and we will continue much lower. But overall, those are the companies I have added over the past 2 weeks to this simulated long-term investment challenge for 2026. I'm going to continue to try and do weekly updates on these positions and any changes I've made in companies I have added to this position and portfolio. But overall, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.